Hi, I'm Ashley Appap.
And I'm Hayley Tanto.
Welcome to Call an Adult, a Pretty Little Liars recap podcast.
Each week we'll dive headfirst into the absolutely bonkers world of PLL as we recap the iconic series.
Where everyone is hot.
And no one calls an adult.
Let's go, bitches!
A.
Well,
Hello.
Hayley.
Hi Ash, how are you?
I'm thrilled and happy and elated. How are you?
I'm good. Why do you keep looking at my Maltesers?
Why do you keep looking at my Maltesers?
What are you doing looking at them?
I want one so bad. And I do, but I can't have them.
And I did offer them to her.
But I'm not allowed to have it. I can't.
Because they make you phlegmy.
They make me so phlegmy. I'm sucrose intolerant. I'm fructose intolerant, which is sugar. Sorry about it. I could eat it, but then I'll start choking so much, which you've all heard before.
Yeah, I feel like that's been on the pod.
For
The third
sure.
character of the pod.
It's you, me, and the coughs. Am I
On
right?
the coughs.
And then the fourth, of course, the girls.
And the girls.
Hayley, how are you?
I'm really good. We're just having a fun day in the studio.
Yeah.
A fun night, actually. It's Friday night here in Melbourne.
Friday night, and the girls are going crazy, and the girls are us.
I've had some sugar, so I've got truly this is so
Maltesers
sugar.
and a Coke.
That's
If you don't know what Maltesers are, they are one of Australia's best confectionery products.
That's true.
They're malt balls. They're chocolate malt balls, but they're incredible. I recently,
oh yeah, because they're Mars.
yeah. And they don't taste the same. They do have them at World Market in the US, but they don't taste the same.
I love Maltesers.
I love Maltesers too.
Sponsor us.
Please, Mr. Malt.
Oh, yum.
I'm Maltese. I'm half Maltese. I'm a Malteser.
Where are you?
Where am I?
Where is the sponsorship? Where are you? Where are you?
Where am I?
Where are you? Season 4, episode 17. I love that every episode now has this energy.
As it should.
As it should. Season 4, episode 17, Bite Your Tongue. Ouch. Oh, this episode's fucked.
This episode is really good and really scary.
It was really fun. Lots of juice in this one. We're getting to that really good part of a PLL season where they've got a lot of work to do in the finale, but things are ramping up.
Yes, I'm thrilled. Oh my God.
It's fun. Okay, let's do our things.
Let's do our things.
Let's do our things.
So this episode, season 4, episode 14. 17. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go back to 14.
Let's do it.
No, it's episode 4, season... I've lost it, guys.
What was... Oh.
You know why? My pants were on backwards before and I just changed them and it's put me in a very funny mood.
If you listened to the episode 2 weeks ago and we asked each other how our neck, back, pussy and cracks were.
Oh, yeah. Should we check in with those quickly?
Well, Ash would have lied.
Well, at the time, it was fine, but only upon ending our recording did I say to Hayley, I've just realised my pants have been on backwards this whole time and they were...
And it's worth noting you're wearing bike shorts.
Bike shorts. So the butt crack bit was inside me. It felt like... And if you watch the last 2 weeks ago episode on YouTube, you might see this. If you're watching now, you might see
I
that.
can't believe I did not
I picked a lot of vaginal wedgies.
Actually, I kind of...
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you do have to like get up.
Right? And shake yourself around. And that was just because my bike shorts were entering me.
I'm going to tell Dougie.
Oh, he knows. Oh, sorry. We got wait. She's making a call.
On the phone.
Making a call. Yep.
He hung up.
Yeah. Classic.
I don't have his number. Okay.
Yes, you do. It's 69. Now let's keep going.
It's a good number.
That is not the number of this episode. This episode is 17 of season 4. It is titled Bite Your Tongue. It was written by Arlene Sanford. Sorry, directed by every time I get the columns.
King.
Almost. And written by Oliver Goldstick and Maya Goldsmith. Icons of the
What
show.
if Arlene is actually I'm Arlene King's alias? Starts with A. Makes you think.
Makes you stink.
I love that you love that.
It always makes me laugh. This episode came out on January 28th, 2014. So happy birthday to you if you're a Jan 28th baby, including, of course, the birthday icons. J. Cole, happy birthday.
Also, just quickly, if you ever know that your birthday is coming up, maybe in a month in advance, because we do record these in bulk monthly, but always message us because it's fun.
It's so fun. We want to say happy birthday to you if we can. Happy birthday, Rick Ross.
Okay, rappers. Okay.
Happy birthday, Ariel Winter from Modern Family. Happy birthday, Will Poulter, British King.
From We Are the Millers.
/ The Bear.
The Bear.
And he's hot in the Bear.
That is... It's confusing how hot he got.
It's confusing how hot he got from where we started.
It's remarkable.
Talk about a glow up. Then it also, happy birthday to Elijah Wood. Happy birthday, King.
Beautiful.
Frodo himself.
My brother met him.
Go on.
My brother is like a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and he has.
Oh, that's so nice that he met him.
And his partner, who's Kiwi, New Zealand, if you will,
aka a Hobbiton.
A Hobbiton. They on their wedding rings on the inside have like fucking Lord of the Rings, Elvish Lord of the Rings. Like
they got fucking elf shit.
I'm not really a Lord of the Rings head.
Me neither,
sorry,
and we respect.
But
if
they
you
have
are.
like Lord of the Rings inscriptions on the inside of their wedding rings. Very sweet, and they live in New Zealand in a very small country town. And I guess Elijah Wood was back filming something because my brother just ran into him. And he got out of the car. I think he pulled over, got out of the car, and got a pic, which you got to respect. I think truly, it's like
you got to pull over
one of my brother's idols.
Wood.
And my brother is not a tall man, and Elijah Wood looked so small next to him. So tiny, petite little elf.
Perfect casting. Happy birthday to Nick Carter. Happy birthday to Henry the
8th?
8th is V and 2 straight ones 8th. Oh,
maybe 5 or is
5, 6, 7. Guys,
click on it. Is there a way you can
click on it?
Oh, it just said, I thought it was Joey Fatone.
Happy birthday to Joey Fatone.
Wait,
that was going to be next. Guys, I don't know if it hasn't been made clear.
I don't
already,
reckon that is
anything to do with history.
Because I didn't have a beard.
Know.
I only know that from 6.
Yeah, the musical. That's exactly all I was thinking about was 6 as well. Anyway, regardless, happy birthday to him.
That was a chaotic list.
That was. That's everyone that's on this list at least. So happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday on the 28th of January. And Hayley, it's time to guess what the number 1 song was on 20th of January 2014.
2020.
Sorry, 2020.
We're back, baby.
Ugh.
We
okay.
have no idea.
So here are your options. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay. Was it The Monster?
The Monster's trying.
Eminem featuring Rihanna.
It's trying to get in there.
Was it Timber featuring Kesha? Or was it Happy?
Fuck off.
See, it's the exact same songs as last week.
And on the lost recording of 4/16.
Yes.
Because if you haven't listened to our last episode, we had to re-record it because we lost the episode.
Yes. And fruitful things came of that. We said Come Lord a lot.
We brought Come Lord into the picture, which is great.
And it's staying.
And it's staying. What was I in the middle of fucking saying? I don't know.
Talking about
but on the lost recording version because I said Happy and Timber won, and I was kind of shocked because I'm like, Happy was just in there for like 1 week.
Yep.
And I'm like, I have a feeling that Happy and Timber are gonna be like Happy's gonna claw its way back.
Neck and neck.
I'm gonna say Timber again. I'm gonna say Timber again.
You're gonna say Timber again.
I'm gonna say Timber again.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You're 100% sure you want to lock that in?
Yeah.
No regrets?
Mm-hmm.
No regrets. I'll give you one more chance. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hayley said that it's Timber. And guys, for the first time in a long time, she's correct!
You can't fool me.
I can't fool you. I did a pretty good job though, right?
I'm literally marrying A. I'm so used to being emotionally tortured. I'm used to dolls. Dale is A.
Used to dolls?
I'm used to dolls because there's dolls all over our house. Mona's always running
Mona's always running around.
The hoodies, the black hoodies that are in our house. I'm used to emotional manipulation. You can't fool me.
And and there's also a hoodie on Pud, and that's called a puddy.
A puddy.
When
we once bought her a harness and it was too small.
She's a fat cat.
She's chubby.
And so she should be. because she's in a loving home and she eats.
She's very well taken care of.
Putty. Okay.
Putty.
Now, Hayley, what does Australian
streaming service Stan says.
Imagine if that was me having a stroke. And I was just, I laughed so you didn't like.
And then I just keep going. And I'm like, we've booked the studio. And
sorry,
you're like,
and I'm like,
I need medical attention.
Jesus Christ. What do they say?
Australian streaming service Stan says, A goes after Hannah in a most unexpected way.
That's very true.
It's true, but to say the least.
To say the least. A lot of other things happen in this episode.
What do the 12-year-olds say?
The 12-year-olds.
I'm going to eat Maltesers.
Get them. Let one melt in your mouth.
I will.
And then while I do this, and then as soon as I'm done, I want you to tell everyone what the experience feels like. So I want you to really think about it. So completely ignore me. Focus on your Malteser and we'll get back to you. Okay? Tensions rise when Ari confronts Mike and Mona individually about their new relationship. Detective Holbrook apologizes to Hannah for making her and Ashley appear as criminals in the Wilton investigation. Spencer turns to Andrew for prescription medication to help her avoid sleep to focus all her time on finding A. Wayne asks Ezra, unlikely combination that I was shocked by, to help Emily after she nearly stabbed him with scissors the night before. Concerned for her brother's safety, Arya questions new guidance counselor Jessie about Mike and Mona's new relationship. From one of Ali's diary entries, Spencer determines that Board Shorts ordered boysenberry pie and beer with Ali at a pub near Hollis College. She becomes wary of Ezra when she goes to the pub and encounters him there with an order of boysenberry pie and beer.
So funny.
So funny. Hannah goes to the dentist to find patient sign-in documents from around the time that Alison disappeared in the hope of finding out who is in Alison's grave. I can't believe I forgot. I've just stopped doing the voice, guys. So I'll get back into character.
Find yourself.
A traps Emily in the copy room at school. She is rescued by Wayne. Then he is rescued by the paramedics due to a heart condition. Yeah, I'm in it. I found it immediately. Great. Around the same time that evening, A gasses Hannah with anesthesia. This show is so fucked up.
It really is so fucked.
Around the same time that evening, A gasses Hannah with anesthesia at the dentist and leaves a message behind in one of her teeth.
Fucked up.
And it says, I told you, dead girls can't smile. Stop looking. A. Then there is an A ending where A shreds the patient sign-in documents from the dentist and uses the shredded paper to line Tippy's cage. Tippy is back and better than ever.
And Tippy's like, hey, more shorts.
Hey, more shorts.
Okay, so I did suck on the Malteser.
Let's go. Tell me.
So if you were watching, if you tuned into the video, you would have just seen me going like,
maybe I'll.
And it was really great.
Maybe I'll get a slow-mo version of you doing that. Put that over you do that. Maybe you'll what?
Maybe you'll what?
Maybe you'll what? Huh?
What are you going to do?
For what in your life?
What are you going to do to me? Make me suck on a Malteser?
What are you going to make me suck on next? Come, Lord.
Come on.
Tell us about your experience.
It was so yum. It was really great. I hope everyone enjoyed watching that. And if not, just enjoyed listening to Ash. But it was a 2-for-1 show.
Yeah. You listen to me, watch her.
Yeah.
And if you can get your hands on some authentic Australian Maltesers, get them and you get it up here.
These ones are extra good because they're extra chalk.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. They're like, like double-coated Tim Tams? They're that, but Maltesers.
Fuck.
So, and these are my movie snack, by the way. Speaking of movies, Aria and Emily are coming back from a movie.
What did they see? Was it in black and white?
We find out later it's a chick flick. That's all I know. I'm just happy they have the capacity to see a movie at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
It's just literally just nice. I'm like, I hope they saw Wicked. I hope whatever.
I hope they got popcorn. I hope that they got extra butter.
Yum.
I hope they got some kind of refill beverage. So they're coming. The episode begins with them, yes, coming home from seeing a movie to the Montgomery house where Mike has thrown a party.
And they don't know until they open the door pretty much that there is a huge party. I'm like, people would be spilling out, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there's a huge party in the Montgomery house. And Aria pulls on her big sister pants and she's like, everyone, get out of here.
Get out of my swamp.
And honestly, I think she's successful.
Yeah, she is. She's basically like, I'm going to go upstairs and if in 10 minutes you haven't got everyone out of here, I'm going to freak out or something. And okay, so in this scene, Mike looks like a doll. Do you agree?
Mike looks so cute.
He looks like done
like
up.
A doll. Yeah, he looks.
He's got like rosy cheeks. He's like, his skin looks like porcelain.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Mona's turning him into a doll.
Oh my, of course she is.
Let's talk, because this scene is sort of like, this intro is sort of all split up, but let's just talk about this portion and then we'll speak about Spencer and Hannah.
Yes.
So Aria's like, yep, if you're not out in 10 minutes, I'll kill you. I don't know what she says. So then they go upstairs. Hoops is in Aria's room in a cute 2014 red strapless mini dress.
She looks incredible. I've written sexy Mona jump scare. Sexy
Mona.
She is appearing and she looks great.
She is appearing. It's funny.
And she's got like this necklace on that's like a chain, but then it has little spikes.
Oh, it's gorgy girl.
It is gorgy girl.
It's gorgy girl. Love Mona.
And she's in like a pink boob tube dress. And she doesn't understand she being Irish. She's like, why are you here? What's going on? And she's like, I was invited to the party. And does she say more at that point or is it later that she finds out?
I can't remember. We do. I think it's clear that her and Mike are friendly.
And then I think later Mike says that she and Mona are in some kind of club together.
Yes.
He and Mona.
That's through the guidance counselor. Yeah.
Yes.
So we do find out more later, but I think we come away from it going, her and Mike, there's something sus going on here with her and Mike.
Definitely.
Or something very natural and normal. Who
and
knows?
In that sequence of events, Aria says, was Mona here to poop or scoop?
Oh, yeah, because they're like, what are you doing here? She's like, I was just using the restroom facilities. And they're like,
oh, yes.
In my bedroom, not my house. And I'm like, it's all pretty weird.
Poop or scoop, those are the choices.
You think about it. While this is happening, Spencer...
Snoop, not scoop.
Oh.
Well, that makes way more sense.
Because I was like, I think I missed that line, but yeah, that is poop or snoop. Maybe both.
What would you be scooping?
Imagine if you were snooping and then you were like, oh, I gotta go.
And then you're like, oh no, I gotta poop while I snoop.
And then you go poop. And you can still snoop while you're pooping if you're in a bathroom, I guess. You can.
Sorry, that sound that I did just made me remember that. I made my nephews watch 2006 Steve Martin Pink Panther. And then now I'll call them and we'll be like, hey. And he'll just go to me and I'll like, yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
Special.
You know why they haven't figured out who's A yet? Throw Inspector Clouseau in there.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Steve Martin's Clouseau.
Steve Martin would eat up PLL.
That would be so funny.
I wish there were more cameos in PLL. You know how like just sometimes people will pop into like Neighbours or Days of Our Lives or just shit like that. I don't know. I just wish there were more kind of random cameos like that.
Bring him in.
Okay, so Spencer calls Hannah. I don't know where the fuck Spencer is. Probably at home. Hannah is in bed eating graham crackers, which I always thought were graham crackers.
Graham is how Americans pronounce Graham. Which is weird to me.
I've heard that in movies and stuff, and I was like, graham crackers. Then I remember being in the States and seeing graham crackers, and I ate one and they taste like tiny teddies. Have I said this on the podcast?
No, tiny teddies. That's a great...
To me, or like I ate some... I don't know if there's different types of them.
No, like that makes sense. They're biscuits.
It reminded me of like a vanilla tiny teddy, like a normal tiny teddy.
Wow. You know
and
what?
They were like animals. Maybe
that might be animal crackers. That might be a different thing.
I do know animal crackers. They were like great.
Maybe when I go in February to see Dougie again, I'll bring some tiny teddies and I'll get some and I can do a little
tiny
tasty.
teddies.
I love
bring
tiny
back some
teddies.
graham crackers.
Tiny teddies might be my favorite like lunchbox snack.
It's a really big call.
I think that was my favorite. I think tiny teddies might be my favorite. I love eating off the little limbs. Guys, if you don't know what tiny teddies are, look them up. They're amazing.
They're just biscuit. They're very good.
But they're very yum.
They're very, very good.
And they're cute.
I love the chalky ones especially.
I love the honey ones.
Oh, very good.
And that's been turned into
And that's
corner.
that. So yeah, she's eating graham crackers and she's in bed and she's reading James Patterson's Along Came a Spider.
Yes,
And
this is incredible.
There is a very funny, I think they're talking about the person, they're trying to figure out like who's buried. If Ali's alive, who is the dead girl?
Yes.
That's like dead.
It's very fun.
It's very fun. And I think Hannah calls her a random and Spencer's like, maybe we shouldn't refer to a dead girl as random.
I loved that.
And we didn't really discuss because it wasn't really worth noting, but even Emily and Aria, when they're getting back from the movies, are saying really funny shit.
Yeah, it's
about,
a funny
like,
episode.
Someone being on the phone. I wrote down so many lines.
Well, another one they say in this scene, Hannah, while she's reading, James Patterson says, this guy just gets the criminal mind.
I love Hannah's arc in this episode.
It's great.
This is a fucking great episode.
It is. Also, it should just be mentioned that while they're having this conversation on the phone, Spencer's like, she's looking through the scanned pictures of the diary of Allison's diary and deciphering it. So they're both going PI mode.
Yes.
Which is great.
While Aria and Emily are seeing movies,
the girls that
our girls
are getting to
Spencer
work.
and Hannah are working.
Slackers. Then Wayne Fields is back in Rosewood and I couldn't be more thrilled about it.
Wayne's back from war and Dale says he's back from war.
He's back from war, everyone.
And Wayne is like, I wouldn't have taken a furlough. Oh, I would have taken a furlough if I knew how shaken up you were from and I was like, no fucking shit. What did you think? A car flew through their window when like her friend's dead and like her girlfriend's dead and she nearly got like stabbed in a lighthouse or something. What?
She killed someone.
Why are we
and became an alcoholic in Haiti.
Why are we acting like she also got like drugged and like, I don't know if Wayne knows all this.
Yeah, Wayne probably doesn't know about the second longest night.
Truly. But just like
there's so much that's happened.
It annoys me in this episode that him being like, I don't think she's well. And she's not well, but more just like she has every reason not to be well.
Yeah. But also
doing a play with Ezra is not going to help, but we'll get there.
Doing a play with Ezra is the least helpful thing. Especially because Emily's not the most creative of the girls.
Oh.
We know that. But in this scene, he literally says something along the lines of like, a car came through the window. She's like, I'm fine. And then also they're talking about the GPS thing with her car. Because remember in a few episodes ago, I think, they were chasing and then the car broke down. The GPS system took that in the wrong place or something like that.
Now, I found this scene really relatable, this part, because she is scared. She's like, I want to ride my bike to school because I'm scared to drive my car after it just randomly like broke down. Fair enough. That was me after my car randomly broke down on the Westgate Bridge.
Terrifying.
And then I was like, my dad had to drive it around and be like, I think it's fine. And I just related to Dad's being like, you should get back in the car, you'll be okay.
Crazy.
No.
My transmission needs to be changed in a week and a half. And I've been terrified to drive it because when I have the aircon on and it's the middle of Australian summer right now, the whole car vibrates.
Yep. And
you got to turn it off.
It's scary.
It's a situation. Anyway.
I want to quickly touch on, I have it before the war house scene, but I don't. One that Aria is wearing, the most 2014 outfit of all time. It's an Aztec vibe pattern with a big silver statement necklace.
Jesus.
Mike walks in. I have written, he looks so cute. I guess that's the doll. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aria asks him about his relationship with Mona. She says Mona broke up their parents. Mike says they did it to themselves. Damn, I love that.
Yeah.
And he says, if you've forgiven Dad, why can't you forgive the messenger?
And I'm kind of like, you kind of slapped with that.
And also when he was like, they broke up themselves. I was like, speak on that.
I was like, speak, King.
Mike, little doll diva, speak on that.
Little Porcelain King.
Little Porcelain King. He is a little Porcelain King.
Remember, and 901 free at last.
90210 free at last.
9021101 at free at last. Forget, that 901 free at last is a whole thing about one motorcycle king, Toberky. But the other motorcycle king is, of course, Mike Montgomery with the rearview mirror that he has on his desk.
I think about that quite a lot.
Yeah. Life is a highway. Mike's gonna ride it at his desk. So then my next note says, why is Maggie here?
Okay, so we're in Ezra's classroom. Maggie is... I guess I wrote down for shorthand, Maggie is kind of telling Ezra that he won't have anything to do with Malcolm. I don't know if I'm watching this the wrong way. I'm like, I think honestly she's being kind of cool.
So do I.
Arya pops in. So they're talking to each other. Maggie is facing Ezra, so she can't see the door.
Yes.
Arya pops in. If you're Arya, you can just be like, oops, and then leave.
Yeah.
Because Maggie didn't see her. Like, her and Ezra catch eyes, but you can just be like, oh, one sec, I'll go. Instead, she's like, oh, I can go, or some shit. And then Maggie turns around, and then, I don't know, Maggie leaves, but it's just like, Arya, fuck off.
It's so annoying.
Sorry to Arya.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry to her.
Well, sorry to the Arya fans who listen. I do love when listeners will slide to our DMs and they'll be like, I am an Arya fan, but I get it. We get that message a fair bit, and I'm like, thank you for playing along with our pod.
And our resident, most common guest that we have on Ali Sheehan is an Arya apologist.
That's true.
So we do have representation for her
We try to
sometimes.
get a diverse panel.
Woof. Also, in this scene, Ezra says flying off the handle isn't going to help anything, Arya, because Arya comes in and says something, and I wrote, okay, Ezfaba.
Also, Dale laughed at that because I think there's an irony because he's like, flying off the handle is not going to help anything, Arya.
And he's flying off the handle himself.
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy now. And let's be honest.
I hope you're happy in the end. I hope you're happy, my friend.
No!
Sorry if you can. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Okay.
We can't stop enjoying the film.
Especially, okay, so Maggie leaves. No one gives a fuck. Yeah, he yells at Arya because he sucks. Let's talk about books on the street. So.
Newsstands are now called Books on the Street.
Books on the street. So, Hannah is looking at some books.
She's book looking.
On the street. She's book looking, and then
Mulbrook alert.
Sexy, can I just find my manners? He's in casual clothes.
Which, we love a man out of uniform.
Fully erect.
Come Lord.
I'm cum Lord. And he talks to Hannah about books. He sincerely hopes that Hannah and Ashley are okay. And I'm like, Lord.
Come Lord. He apologizes for the trial and all the stress, and he's recommending crime books to her.
And then he tells her to read a book called The Land of Blood and Ice, which I looked up. Not sure if it's true. There is a book called The Land of Ice and Blood, but it's not the same.
Maybe he fucked up. And it's sexy. And I'm like, oh, but then I wrote, must remember this is just another pedophile if he is to try to be with her, so just remember that.
It is the hypocrisy that I have for some pedo relationships in this show is really quite remarkable. That I'm like, I ship these guys so fucking hard. As with Ashley Benson, she can have sexual chemistry
with anything and anyone.
And especially I think Sean Farris can also do that.
There was a show, I think, I can't remember what it was called. It had one season and he was in it, and Chris Lowell was also in it. Who's plays the manager guy from the wrestling show Glow.
Oh yeah.
He's in a lot. They were both in this show, and it was like a teens
Was it Greek?
No.
Oh.
I think it was called Life as We Know It or something like that.
Oh.
And I loved it.
I know. I was gonna say, I'm like, I love.
And they were both hot.
Yeah.
In it. And of course, Sean Farris Mulbrook in Sleepover when he's like, Julie Corky. Important.
Let's talk about it. Well, let's not. But it's a very sexy scene.
It is. And then we're at the school and Emily slams a locker in Spencer's face. Important.
Yes, that's right, because Emily is still pissed at Spencer. Yes. I think Hannah must bring up the books or something because Emily goes, Hannah, please stop reading. And that's funny. The lines in this episode.
It's really
and
good.
And Shay Mitchell is awake.
She's
Shay Mitchell
on.
Has woken up. Emily's woken up.
She's ready. And then she says at some point in this conversation, I think this is now Mona and Arya talking.
Okay, yeah. So, in the courtyard.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Well, my next note is courtyard. Arya spies Mona and Mike canoodling.
I wrote canoodling too.
Because I don't think they're like kiss.
No, he's kiss, like, they're kind of like affectionately rubbing each other's arms as they're like saying goodbye to each other from a conversation.
Come, Lord.
Come.
Oh, yeah, because then Arya
Come, Lord, more like go, Lord, because they're separating.
Hate to see you
go,
Lord, but I love to watch you come. God, this is bad. Arya confronts Mona. Mona says the new guidance counselor, Jessie, brought them together.
Hate to see you go, Lord. Love to watch you walk away, Lord.
Then I wrote, why am I rooting for Mona in this scene?
Great question. I agree.
And she says, so suck it up, Arya. Mona, oop.
Mona, oop. Mona also oop when she's talking about Jessie being the best thing that the school got since the coffee cart. And, you know, just for a second, I want to touch on this. It's been a while since we've really gotten into this. What is the budget of the school? Is it private? Is it public? What do you mean there's a coffee cart?
I went to a private school and we did not have a coffee cart.
Same here. What? Is it a coffee, like, is that like a food truck for coffee?
Is it also like an American TV, is it a TV thing? Just because I feel like in school, teen shows I watched growing up, they all have like coffee. Is it more of a TV thing and not a reflection of reality? Let us know.
Let us know if you went to school.
I want a coffee. Do you pay for the coffee?
We had to pause because I had to hock a loogie.
You had to hock a loogie.
Disgusting. Sorry, guys. But this bit, you get hearing about it. We don't keep anything from you except for the experience of me loogieing.
We're all, we put it all out there.
I told you about my pants in my labia. Come, Lord. You know, you hear all of it.
You get all of it.
Including the fact that we want to hear from you if you had a coffee cart at your school, because we don't understand that at all.
Okay, so now we're in the copy room. Not the coffee room.
Different.
The copy room. Andrew, who is a whole ass 30-year-old man, in my opinion. He's so big.
Yes. It is Andrew Cunanan that Andrew look old.
Andrew Campbell look old. Dale says he looks like a politician.
He does.
He does look like a Republican.
Yeah.
And Spencer runs into him and there's like a test or there's something coming up that Spencer has overlooked, which is rare form.
A physics test.
There you go.
I think.
And she's like, what? He's like, I've barely slept. And she's like, I've barely slept and I look like this. How are you doing? He's like, sleep is overrated. And I wrote, Dexy time.
He is ADHD and he has prescribed speed from the doc. And so do I.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Dexy time.
I had one half an hour before we started recording.
And look at us now. That's right. You're Speed. Andrew and I'm Spencer.
Speed powers this operation.
This is my drug.
And you know what? It's the best drug of all? Sleep. So I don't agree with him at all. When sleep is not overrated.
I can't wait to go to bed tonight.
Me too. I'm going to get home, hopefully, at the latest 9 p.m. And you better believe the first place I'm going.
Bed. Okay, yeah, so that
sleep is overrated.
So and then I think she kind of invites him over to hers, I guess, because she's like, I want those pillies, but he doesn't know. So he's like, oh, I'll go help you study. It's like, dumb cunt. You dumb Andrew getting seduced.
Dumb politician. And then Ezra has does something that I loved, even though it's bad for the girls. I loved it. We see Ezra's classroom. We see Mona being like, Mr. Fitz, and he's like, come in, Mona, and close the door behind you. And
that was a bit gaggoo.
That was
a bit gaggoo. And then we're at the gag brew.
Oh my God.
And Hannah, I guess Holbrook walks in, and again he's in that tight Dexter murder top. Is the only way I describe those tight kind of they're not V-necks. They're like button necks. I don't know, but he's sexy. He's sexy.
He can. And he can.
He fucking can.
Anytime, any place.
He can. And we will be hypocrites about it. We will be hypocrites about the age difference and the legalities. Sorry.
For a second, I thought you said, we will be Becrits.
We will be Becrits. I will be Becrit.
We will be Becrits about this.
I will
be Becrits.
Busy be Becrit in. This podcast sucks.
Busy be Becrits. That's what you call someone whose whole job is critiquing Justin Bieber, and they're busy doing it.
They're so they would be busy because there's a lot to critique. There's just a lot. Guys,
I couldn't love my life more.
I know, it's truly, and I couldn't love this pod more. Okay. So yeah, I've written the whole book and Hannah talk about the book and it's sexy.
Yes, and she says they're talking about, it's in Sweden, I think, and they're talking about the book, and she goes, of course, she says something along, I don't remember the application is in the sentence, but she says fjord, but she pronounces it the way she's read it, and it's very cute.
It's very Gaysbo.
It's very Gaysbo.
It's very Gaysbo.
But also it's that thing where like I don't know if you've been around children that are learning to read for the first time, and they're like, yeah, the character Scene is having a good time.
Oh my God.
And you're like, Scene? And it's like, oh,
Sean.
You didn't know it was Sean.
Scene Farris.
Scene Farris, Mulbrook himself.
It is crazy that there's like that spelling of Sean, and then there is also the phonetic spelling of Sean. Like Shawn Mendes is SHAWN. But growing up, I only ever saw SEAN.
You've only ever seen. Oh. Ooh. She says fjord, but he kind of like just smiles. He doesn't make fun of her. He just kind of is like, and she's like, did I pronounce it wrong? And he's like, you were close. And it's really sweet. And I don't want to ship them, but I do.
I'd ship both of, like, I'd ship him with a fucking anything. Like he's hot.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's just hot. And I'd ship him with, what's the name of like the main detective lady who we love? Tanner. I'd ship that.
Absolutely. And then at the end of the scene, like, because she reveals here also such a funny quirk that she reads the ending of the books first, which honestly her logic makes sense. She's like, so I can figure out what happened, so then I can go back to the start and read and look for clues. And I'm like, okay, I get that.
He's like, you miss a whole fucking twist.
And he tells her about it. And then he says, it always comes down to the teeth, doesn't it? And of course that inspires her for the rest of the episode, which is great and fun. And then we cut to... And then, does it get bad? And
then quite bad.
And then we cut back to school and Aria goes into the new guidance counselor, Jesse's office.
Yes.
And we find out this fact from Aria that Mr. Fazeli, I think is how she says it.
Mr. Fazeli catches so many fucking strays for no reason. He is an innocent man.
We never see him, we never meet him, but we do find out that his head sweats like cheese.
Like, leave him alone.
Leave him out of your phone.
Because I think there's like jelly beans or something. She's like, Mr. Fazeli, like this ain't Mr. Fazeli's office anymore. And he's like, is that bad? And then she's like, no, his head sweats a lot like cheese. And it's like, literally let him live. Is he retired?
I hope he's retired and living on a beach somewhere now and having a great time.
Me too.
You know?
Without Aria to tell him that his head sweats like cheese. Why would you say that to someone? I love it.
So critical. I love her.
Aria also says Mona's the devil.
And she's not wrong. We love her though. Sexy devil. Then, and she goes there basically trying to get him to stop Mona and Mike from being friends, which it's just, wow, that makes no sense. Then we see Ezra, we come back to Ezra's office and he's texting someone and he's texting them. There's been a setback. Allison.
Gagoo. I wrote like a little colon, like a face, colon O. But then sexy Kenna, but not Mulbrook. Wayne walks in.
Who would have thought that we would ever get an Ezra Wayne situation?
Name a more iconic duo. I won't wait because we'll name one pretty quickly. But
anyone else?
Literally anyone.
Us.
Ever heard of us?
Ever heard of this?
You're listening. Wayne and Ezra are standing so close. Kiss. I was just like, I don't know. Like, let's.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you kiss each other? What, you fall in love?
What if that just happened? That would be crazy if you guys just kissed.
Just so crazy. It just might work.
It could work. It could distract Ezra from being disgusting, and then
he might come to his senses.
And then Wayne might not go to war or have a heart attack later.
Everything might be fine.
Maybe you should just kiss.
That's what we're saying.
So they don't, and he says that Emily shouldn't have stayed in Mrs. D's house because Mrs. D is kind of cray.
And he says staying in her dead friend's bedroom may have taken a toll on her. No shit.
Yeah. And that's not the only thing, Wayne, but whatever, you're hot. We'll forgive you.
Papa. Then we cut to Spencer's house.
And just quickly, Wayne is like, can you give Emily something to do? And Ezra's like, yes. I've got some extracurricular projects in mind. Terrifying. And then he makes a sus phone call that we don't see. And now Spencer.
And we're at Spencer's house and Andrew is helping her with her homework, but she doesn't even seem to really be paying attention to what he's saying. She's just kind of looking at him like, and she's like staring at him intensely. And then she reveals she wants drugs. She wants his Adderall/dexamphetamines.
It's sad because he thinks he's being seduced. He's not.
It's not.
And there's a great line. I think this must be when she's asking for the pills. And she goes, plus, once I showed you my side boob.
And she did. And they laugh, and I like this scene.
And I said, Spencer, wow.
Show us your
Love
side
that.
boob.
He said, I thought maybe you were done with that carpenter.
Yeah!
Damn! And then I wrote, this episode's spicy.
Also, Toberky being that carpenter.
That carpenter.
And, as far as I only know of one other carpenter, that was as famous as Toberky, and that was Jesus Christ himself.
And that's Sabrina Carpenter.
and of course, Sabrina.
Jesus.
But by trade, imagine
Jesus.
if, I don't know if the writers are trying to say this, but maybe what they're saying is that Toberky is the second coming of Jesus. Second coming. Jesus was the first original cum lord.
In Emily's bedroom. In Emily's bedroom, she's asleep and wakes up to some noises. Her blinds and windows are open, and I literally said, close your damn blind. Oh, yeah, I'm just reading this. Okay, so in this scene, Emily's in her bedroom. She's asleep. Yes. There's some noises. And I literally wrote, I said out loud, close your damn blinds. In not a reference, it just came out of my mouth. I was like, close your damn blinds. Because her window, her blinds are wide open. And then I didn't open her blinds.
No. And we do see at the end of this scene a handprint on the outside of her windowsill. So close them. Jesus.
And then she nearly stabs her dad with scissors, which we heard about.
So fun. He opens the door and she's like, I'm going to get, and it's like sewing scissors, I think, too.
Girl.
Whoop. And then we cut to a flash. I think Spencer's reading the book.
Has she got the pills now?
Yes. So she's up. Yeah. She's up in the night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because she's up to. Yes, okay. Yeah.
And she's looking at the scans of the diary, and we see a flashback.
I actually fucking loved this.
Me too. The first flashback we like.
Yes.
To Allison at a bar.
And she imagines herself as the man.
Yes. So we hear Spencer's voice reading the things that the man said. So it's like a story that Allison's written in her diary.
And they're talking. So Allie and this man are talking about literature. And then there's a boysenberry pie with beer reference. That's all I wrote for that.
We also have a quote of him saying about Allison's writing, you have a strong voice. It's only going to get better as you grow up. Mature. And I'm like, ugh, creepy. And then Spencer goes into, I guess, after that, Spencer goes into Hannah's room. She goes all the way to Hannah's house. She sneaks out to Hannah's house at 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. So Hannah says, I think they're we have to go to this pub, I guess, at Hollis.
Because I think the story's called The Hart and the Huntsman, which is the name of a bar near Hollis.
Yes. And Hannah goes, now I'm not wearing any underwear. Such a great, great. And she's like, no, not now.
And also, tell us more about you not wearing any underwear.
Yeah, what is it?
Hey, hang out with me at 4 a.m.
You got
sexy
just part of my manners. Okay, so Spencer's going to go to the pub outside Hollis College where the diary details. Okay, yeah, anyway, that's where the guy's from. Hannah's going to go to the dentist. That's what they kind of decided. It's Spencer goes to the college. Hannah's going to go to the dentist to get those x-rays.
We love this. This is their investigator era. Also, Hannah's gone back to the scene of baking a cake, which of course
baking a cake. While those two are literally carrying the show.
And the investigation.
And yes, I am being an absolute cunt to Aria in this episode, and it's only going to get worse. So while they're doing that, Aria's walking down the street. I guess this is the next day. She's walking down the street and she catches Maggie trying to live her life.
As she should.
And Aria is immediately so rude. Imagine if this little 14-year-old punk, she looks like a little punk. She's wearing little punky clothing, which we love. But imagine your ex-partner's child bride is just speaking to you. I don't know.
So disrespectful.
It's just weird. Oh my God.
I literally wrote, all I wrote for this is Hannah and Maggie fight, lol, who cares?
Hannah?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I care that little that I'm saying the wrong name.
I like that you said who cares, and I clearly care so much. I was so mad at this scene. Aria is fully in the wrong in this scene. She grabs Maggie. She because okay, so Maggie says something very like victim blamey.
Yeah, she does.
Because she's like, we all know how whatever, sleeping with the teacher to get a good GPA or whatever. So that's bad. But Aria then grabs her, and then Maggie drops all her shit and cracks a picture of crack. I reckon you've gone crack.
I reckon you've gone crack.
A picture of Malcolm. And then Aria walks away because she's embarrassed.
And so she should be. Then Hannah is at the dentist and Spencer is at the bar. So they've split off to their respective investigatory places.
Hannah is in an insane outfit. I've said that she looks like, sometimes she dresses like the Oppenheim Group real estate agent or receptionist in 2014. In this one, she's dressed as a 50-year-old real estate agent. I can't describe it. She's wearing a blue floral dress and then a big blue blazer, and it's all belted. It's weird. It's just a weird outfit.
Weird.
It's just weird.
It's giving weird. Then Baking a cake. Spencer's at the bar, and who does she see as soon as she walked in? If not, Ezra.
And what's he eating?
He's eating a blue boy. A blue boy.
Well, he is eating a boysenberry pie, but then he is it could be blueberry. I don't he starts.
Yeah.
Ezra in this scene is really cool. It's cool. It's fascinating because he is so calm. He's very he's like, oh, hey, you got to try some. Oh, hey. And then a waitress comes over. He's like, hey, actually, I've run out of time. Could you cancel the rest of my order? I just got to go. Hey, Spencer, take it. Have some of the pie. I got to go. Mm-hmm. But he's so
he's so calm.
Yeah, it's really impressive how calm and really psychotic it is.
And then, he doesn't pay for the thing. We get back to that. And then we're cut back to the dentist. Hannah being like, okay, sir, dentist guy, I can't remember the name. I'm about to talk to you about this. And then instead we see someone who in all black grab the gas mask and just shove it on her head. She gets
My trivia from Dale that I'm just going to get into now. So I don't know if she's a dental assistant because she's she get the woman that's working with Hannah.
Yes.
And then, but they're going to get her ex's partner.
Sean's mum.
Yeah, so it is Sean. Yeah, Sean.
Scene.
I got Sean and Andrew mixed up for a second.
They do look so similar.
Yes, but because it's the Ackers. No.
Ackers.
No. Anyway, I can't remember their last name.
Ackers, Clackers.
Ackers, Clackers.
Hackers. Caleb.
But it is this doesn't matter. The woman that's kind of treating Hannah before Doctor, whoever is meant to come in, is the maid from Hacks.
Oh yes. And she's also in, I believe she is in Gilmore Girls, I think also.
That makes sense. But yeah, Dale's like, who is that? And then he's like, oh, it's the maid, or it's I don't know if she runs Deborah's house. I can't remember. But I was like, oh my God, love Hacks. Watch Hacks if you don't already watch Hacks.
Incredible. Then we flash back to where Spencer is at the Hart and the Huntsman, and they bring over a beer to her, the waitress, and she's like, he ordered a beer? And she's like, yeah, he already paid for it, so you can have it. I won't ask you for your ID.
I love that woman.
She's great. And then they're like, who orders pie with beer? Anyway.
Kind of gross, right? And then she leaves. And then she puts the beer down.
And then we see the flashback again, but with Ezra sitting in the opposite chair.
Well, because I think when he puts the beer down, is that what triggers it? Because it's board shorts.
Because she looked and it's board shorts ale. Which is crazy.
The beer
so
has
exciting.
Board shorts on it. This Ezra Ali scene is fucked. It's it's weird. It's weird and it's fucked.
And it's fucked. And then, so now Spencer has figured it out, which we love. We're so
Do you know what else
I
then wrote though? Ali writes more than Aria. Ali literally was writing content. She was
so funny.
She was. It's a weird plot where I'm I guess Ali. No. Never really seen her take a pic.
We've seen her take photos. We've talked about this. We've talked about this before.
I think Aria is all about and I kind of agree with I'm like this too, where it's oh yeah, I have a big hobby. I do it all the time. And it's where? You haven't done it.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're nothing like her.
I'm projecting.
Exactly.
Anyway, but
you're doing your hobby right now.
Ali truly writes heaps because she's maybe I'll write a story about this. And she did.
And she did. And it helped aid in this investigation.
Truly.
So for once, maybe for the first and maybe the last time ever, I'm going to say thank you, Alison.
Thank you, Alison. I just looked at my next note and it's, do you have anything more on this scene?
No.
Okay. My next note is in all caps. Why is Emily in the copy room at school so late? Just leave her. For some reason, there's an A on the end of just leave.
An A.
Just leave her.
Just leave her. That's so funny.
As always, a ghost closes. Oh, then she like goes into a classroom because she's scared, and then as always, a ghost closes the door.
Of course. She's so scared, and then heavy metal starts playing over the school PA system, which is terrifying.
It's a really cool scene because right before then, it's all silent. There's only and it made me because it was really tense, and I'm like, I don't think PLL plays with silence that much.
No,
because it was. Yeah, because like you barely notice when there is no sound and then you're like, oh, this is really tense, and then it was, bang, the heavy metal. Oh wow!
It wasn't that, but
the heavy metal starts
pretty
playing.
much, and then she runs out into the hallway, and there's this the like, what would you call that thing? Like an LED announcement board.
Dale, I asked Dale because I'm like, what do you call this? Like a digital sign? Like what is this? Because I did notice when she like leaves the copy room before all this, in green it says Apple Rose Grill.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. I won't write it down because I don't know what the fuck I just saw. And then it says act normal bitch now, and then I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna bring up the Apple Rose Grill.
Why does it say Apple Rose Grill?
I don't know.
What the fuck? That's
I don't know.
So weird. I'm so sad I missed that as well. Maybe they're like, why would the school be promoting Apple? What is going on?
I don't know. And I don't know why this sign is there.
Simply for this
but
moment
act normal bitch
comes up, which is terrifying. Imagine seeing that. Jesus Christ. This scene is giving PLL summer school.
Yes. I did write.
Very scary.
I did write, this is the most PLL scene ever in that nothing is actually happening. Of like, it's kind of like, oh my God, Emily's running and there's music playing. And, oh my God, and how is A doing any of this? But like nothing's
happening.
And then A does kind of become more of a threat. But I was like, this is such a PLL scene to me of just nothing's going on, but everything is happening.
Then Hannah wakes up at the dentist.
Feral.
And she's got blood. Also, I forgot to mention when she got gassed, just after she got gassed, whoever was in the black hood had like anesthetic in a needle and was like, and about to put it in her mouth. Scary. So she wakes up still at the dentist. It's clearly nighttime now. She was there at 4 p.m.
I would have a panic attack and cry.
So scary.
This is so... A does so many fucked things. This is one of the most fucked things.
Yes, it
Maybe
is.
because it's so
invasive and scary.
And it's like we could go to the dentist. It's like it's really invasive.
That's true. Same as the massage when Emily gets a massage.
Yes.
This is a dark place to go, but my mind immediately went to being like, oh, I hope she did check. Is she going to check her underwear? Like that was my first thought. Was like, oh, what if she's assaulted?
But no, just her mouth.
Thankfully, no, but she is drugged and had something inserted into a cavity that she's there to fix.
And she's kind of freaked out about it, but she's remarkably, I would be in hysterics.
Yeah, me too. Anyway.
Well, she's strong. Okay.
But if we want to see some hysterics, we're going to cut back to the school where the power is like flashing off and on. Is that correct?
Yes, which is what I mean by it's a classic PLL scene of just like music is playing,
lights
all the
flashing.
hoodies are moving, furniture around.
And Emily barricades herself in, I think, a science classroom or something.
Yes.
And then you see the shadow of a black hood like in the front where she's barricaded and she's like, ah.
And she calls Wayne. She's like, help. Or maybe she did that a while ago. So then Wayne arrives at the school and we say, get him, Wayne. And she's like, I'm up here. And he climbs up some pipes.
He climbs up some fucking
pipes. And A is trying to break in.
And Emily's like, Dad, help me open this window. And he gets there and they open it together and they shimmy down.
Thank God he's from the war.
The war helps us in this. You know what? War is bad, but in this moment, without
maybe war
the war,
is good.
Maybe war is good.
You heard it here first.
War on A. And then...
Yeah. Sorry, Dale.
Sorry, Dale. And then there's a moment in this scene where Emily and Wayne are almost at the ground and you see the black hood lean over.
Did you find this scary?
I found it scary, and I also found it... the fact that they didn't see... them looking down.
Yes.
I was like, that feels like a plot hole to me. That feels like that doesn't make sense.
It it's like a plot hole and it's just a movie magic. It's a suspend your disbelief thing of like, no, you'd see a face.
And the fact that we don't see a face, I'm like, ooh.
I found that really creepy because you just see the silhouette, but it's like you should be able to see a face and you don't. It was very scary.
The amount that they were poking their head out, you should be able to see it.
You should be able to see.
What?
Wayne is hurt. Wayne is having a heart situation.
He's clutching at his chest. Emily freak out.
And then immediately Wayne is in like
a stretcher.
The paramedics are there probably. He tells Emily that he's had some tests done for his heart.
No.
Stay alive.
Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent. I've taken over writing all this correspondence.
I used to know all the words.
George, attack the British forces. I wrote back. We have resorted to eating our horses. I can still do everything. Eliza, my love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side.
Kermit.
He is Kermit. Lin-Manuel Miranda just sounds like Kermit.
In the eye of a hurricane,
there was quiet for a moment. A little. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die.
I wrote my way out.
Like my favorite.
Like Allie. Like Allie, not Aria and not Ezra.
No.
He's not writing either.
He's not writing either. He's busy running around and taking
He's not writing either.
He's writing text. He's writing text saying something's going on with Allison. Allison. Ree. I don't know why Ree is so funny to me. You do say Ree, but I always go Ari. I don't know why. Just one more. I have to say my favourite Kermit-ism from Hamilton is when he goes, "Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone.
Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son.
Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for.
There is so much more inside me now."
Ooh.
Okay. Oh my God, that was the longest. But it was Hamilton, so it's worth it.
You know?
At the Montgomery house.
We're talking about writing. At this point in time, Ezra's the big bad. We gotta give credit where credit is
Imagine
due.
if there was a Lin-Manuel Miranda cameo.
Put him in.
Eliza.
Eliza.
Alice?
Oh my God. This is great stuff.
We are at the end of our session.
And so we must.
Which is always so sad. And I think I think we go off on tangents because we don't want it to end.
No. And we get consumed by goof.
Sorry
to go goof.
Okay. At the Montgomery house, Emily and Aria are there. Spencer comes in looking like hell. I've written so Emily, yes, Spencer comes in and she's like, "I heard about your dad," and Emily and Spencer hug. They kind of reunite.
It's beautiful. And then Hannah arrives and she says she feels like she's been chewing on a sewing kit for half an hour.
That was disgusting. That was like, I hated that.
Visceral.
Yeah. And I'm like, I think you kind of have.
And then they all
she goes,
"What the fuck?
Please look inside my mouth."
That's not the first time she said that.
It's so no.
Come on.
Please look inside my mouth.
Please look inside my mouth. Eliza. You added an L at the end. It's Eliza. Philip. When you smile, I want you to look in my mouth. Okay, so they look in her mouth and they find a tiny scrolled up little piece of paper.
This is fucked.
Typed up words as well. So small, shoved into the cavity that she was getting fixed. Which is so scary.
It's so scary. Also, like, she has to pay for that, or maybe she doesn't. She worked there.
Yeah.
Either way, very disgusting. And the note says,
"I told you, dead girls can't smile.
Stop looking.
Terrifying.
So scary. And
one of the scariest things.
Then, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. Then there is an A scene where A is shredding the document that Hannah was looking for and stole, which is the dental records.
Yes.
And whoever the A is at this point in this A scene, because we don't see them, is putting that shredding at the bottom of a bird cage. And who's inside the cage?
Tippy. And what does Tippy say? I have more shorts.
And then, miss me? And my answer is yes, I did miss you,
Of course we
Tippy.
did. And in the background, there's a map of Cape May.
And then there's like
And a lot of like
there's
details.
there's a circled area or an X'd area that says Wilden's yacht or boat. And if it's yacht, what the fuck? How much money did this guy have?
Probably boat, but he looks rich.
He's a white man. Doesn't take much to get rich.
Okay, that was an amazing episode. I actually had so much fun in that episode.
I think that one actually requires a round of applause at home. Clap with us. Great stuff. Great stuff. Eliza. We lost it.
Okay, trivia. So this is, I think, from, Wes Ramsey, who is playing the new guidance counselor, Jessie, has a history with Holly Marie Combs from Charmed, as Wes played her son in the series.
He played her son?
Apparently.
Wow.
I have not fact-checked that.
Wyatt. Is that correct?
Yes, Wyatt.
I remember this from when I watched when I was little. I don't remember much about the plot, but I remember the names and certain aspects of the stories. I was obsessed. Wow. Me and my best friends would recreate Charmed every day after each episode would come out.
I am the sun. Okay, and then the table read. You know what's crazy?
What?
Only because I have this, because we're doing a bulk. So the last episode we covered, the filming ended on August 13, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about work ethic, because the table read for this episode was on August 13, 2013.
So they wrapped up and they're like, all right, next one, let's read it.
And then filming began August 14 and ended on August 22.
Jesus.
And then this episode was watched by 2.49 million viewers in the US only, it says, which I guess is about how many people watched it.
That's amazing.
It's really good. It was a great episode. I wonder if it had like hella teasers that were very like Ezra, the board shorts of it all. I don't know.
Ezra is
if
board
you're
shorts.
an American and you watched this live at the time, let us know if this was a bit of a moment, because
If you remember.
maybe it was a bit of a mome.
A mome. Moma Vanderwall.
A bit of a moma. Mona's the devil.
Sexy devil.
Oh my God. Okay. Can I also just read out a quick wiki comment from the PLL wiki that I love, that I found quite unhinged? Someone wrote, loved seeing Arya jealous when Mona and Mike were kissing.
Oh.
Then someone was like, jealous? I don't think she was jealous. And even if she was jealous of what? Which reminds me of Sutton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She wasn't jealous. She was just afraid for Mike.
Jealous of what is so funny?
And then someone else was like, exactly, unless she wants to be the one to kiss Mike, which obviously she doesn't. And if she were lesbian, Mona isn't her type. She was just disgusted and pissed that Mona now has a brother in her psychotic web and there's nothing she can do about it. Anyway, I just loved seeing Arya jealous when Mona and Mike were kissing.
Jealous of what?
That's an insane comment.
That's so funny.
That's so weird. And she wasn't jealous. Funny. Okay, time for some seggies, some segments, and some seg rolls. Head to our Instagram, call.and.adult,
please,
if you want to see a description of why these awards are called what they are. It's our pinned post. It's one of the pinned posts. Who is the hottest adult of this episode? It's Wayne.
It's Wayne / Mulbrook.
Sexy can I just...
Eliza.
That's my favorite thing.
Sexy can I, Eliza. Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for.
You saw him original cast.
I saw him original cast. Well, see, the thing that people aren't respecting about me is that I saw him original cast. So you gotta.
Ash did see the original cast of Hamilton, which I think is one of the coolest things.
I saw him original cast.
Ash saw him original cast.
You can't take that away from me.
What was the... Okay, we've got this. What was the yikes of the episode?
Oh,
What was the yikes of this episode? The Ezra Ali flashback was very yikes.
Very yikes. Also, Ezra being like, "Come in my room, Mona." Yikey.
It's pretty yikey.
The whole tooth thing.
Oh, yeah, literally the tooth thing. What? Yeah, the tooth thing. Oh my God. It was absolute. I was like, no. Okay, yeah, the tooth thing.
Yeah, the tooth thing.
Who gets a buttercream from us, Daddy Hastings?
Hannah. Spencer. Wayne. Emily. Maggie.
Maggie can have a mushroom puff just to like power her journey. Puff
from last week.
Because she's like a scar-paying. Is this the last time we see Maggie?
I hope so. No
so.
offense.
I just like, let's be done.
To her.
Let's be done. For everyone's sake, even Arya's.
Especially Arya's. The sake that we worry about the most. That's why we're so hard on her, because we care. We know that she deserves better than to be groomed.
And I think she's I think we're hard on her as well because she's meant to be sort of the normal one I guess they're all normal, but she is. Because like Hannah and Spencer sort of have archetypes in a way, and then Emily's kind of bozo. And
then I guess Arya's meant to be like the artsy one.
That's true. Yeah. Arya feels like she's meant to be a focal point.
Not for me.
Not for more. Okay, well, gave us who needs to wait for Crazy Bread? Have we done that? No.
Ezra wait for Crazy Bread.
Emily does not need to wait for Crazy Bread. Everyone's acting like she needs to wait for Crazy Bread. She is not well. Like all these girls have PTSD. But yeah.
I think that can wait for Crazy Bread with that fucking tooth thing.
Yeah.
I think that
Arya can wait for Crazy Bread and that she keeps confronting Maggie. I don't blame her for getting mad when Maggie said that bullshit, but like it's like, get out of this adult's life a little bit. Like I know the Maggie thing sucks, but just, you know what I mean? Like get out. Get out. Well, give us a hardcover. I mean, fucking Holbrook. Jesus.
Oh, Holbrookie.
Come Lord
of the episode. Hardcover / Come Lord.
Truly.
Yeah.
And Wayne gave me a bit of a hardcover too. Happy to see him back.
I'm hard for all of that. Hearing about Hannah not wearing underwear. But now I'm a pedo, you know. But no, I know that Ashley Benson was of age at the time.
The only one is Sasha Petersa is the only one that's like very young. Yeah. Well, because even Dale pointed that out, because I think he is like, when her and Ali and Ezra kiss in the flashback, and Dale was like, isn't that actress like 15? That's so, it was just like, and yeah, probably like it is working.
I wonder if we go back and look at the scene, if there's any way that they cut and it's a stand-in.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Let's rewatch.
I feel like if they made it today, they would have to do that.
Yes.
10 years ago was a weird grey area where maybe it was just fucked up enough.
Crazy time.
You know, that things are still pedo forward. Well, obviously they were with this show being on the air.
Land of the pedos. Have we done soft cover? No. Soft cover.
Teeth.
I mean, the teeth thing.
Bish.
The teeth thing. And the Ezra Ali scene.
Yeah.
Who gets a wine from King Byron?
Emily, have a wine. You need to take a load off. If it's okay with your cardiologist, Wayne, have a wine.
Absolutely.
Who else? Hannah, have a wine. Maybe get the tooth filled first. Don't get any wine in the hole.
And she can have a wine with Holbrook, which makes you feel weird because you remember she's in high school, but he's sexy. Yes, I'm a hypocrite. Yes.
Spencer should have a wine to help her sleep. She should sleep.
She needs some downers.
She needs some downers.
And what was the line of the episode? This is competitive because I feel like there were some real. I should highlight
the reading of Fjord as Fjord was fun.
That was great. I did love So Suck It Up, Aria.
I like Hannah saying about James Patterson, this guy just gets the criminal mind.
True.
Which I love.
I did really like, maybe we shouldn't refer to the dead girl as random.
I love that one.
That did make me actually laugh out loud.
That might be one of my favorite.
Yeah.
But a potential, they might have to fight with each other is Arya saying, was Mona here to poop or snoop?
Ooh. Okay, well, I'll say the random dead girl one. You say the poop or snoop one, then they both get representation.
Important. Beautiful.
But it truly was like there were so many great lines. Like once I showed you my side boob, I thought maybe you're done with that carpenter.
Oh. Toblerone.
Mr. Fazeli catching strays with
Oh my
cheese
God,
sweat.
Mr. Fazeli. Oh, of course.
I was writing down a lot of quotes. I was like, this is a very quotable scene.
It was a banger of an ep.
It was a fucking absolute banger. I had a great time. I'm really excited to watch the next one.
Me too. I'm excited for where we are going.
I want to get on the chairlift.
Hey, we're going there and we're going to be sky high while we're up there.
Take me there.
I will.
Well, that's the end of
Eliza.
Eliza.
Wow, this has been wonderful, Hayley. I love you.
Ash, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. I love you.
She's going to kill me. No!
He raises it. He's gone to the sky. Woo! I imagine there's so much it feels like a memory. Okay, I'm so sorry. Ash, I love you. Listeners, we love you. This was a very, very silly one.
Very silly.
We're always very silly, but this was like...
silly on steroids.
This was Silly Billy.
This was giving Silly Billy.
This was really giving Silly Billy.
It was giving Come Lord. It was giving everything you could ever want and more.
Give me everything tonight. Okay, let's... I don't want it to end. I love it too much, but it has to.
We have to remind the people.
We do. Actually, and quickly, let me see. When is this? Wait, I got to see when this episode is coming out just so...
She's on her schedule.
Just because I want to see if it lines up with Chrissy. One sec.
Oh, my God.
1 second, everyone. Just hold.
Just hold on for 1 sec.
Oh,
just
my God.
1 sec. Oh
my God.
Uh-oh, something's happening.
Because this is episode 417.
This is 417.
I actually think... I assume you'll schedule it so you don't have to work on Christmas. This episode is due to come out on Thursday, the 26th of December. I think for a lot of our international listeners, that will be Christmas.
Day.
Merry Christmas to all of you if you are listening today. And it is
Christmas
to ya. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas holidays.
If this episode did come out on Christmas Day for you and you are listening to it in the car driving somewhere.
Or hiding in a room away from family members that have exhausted you.
Merry Christmas. It's so
Merry
lovely.
Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone.
Hope you had a great Christmas. Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day. And have a happy New Year as well.
And a happy January. February.
Happy January.
And all the rest of
it. Look, I'm glad I pulled up the spreadsheet.
God, she's good.
I love admin. But we love you so much and thank you for a wonderful year. This has been a really big beer.
This has been a really big beard.
It's been a big year for us, I think. Because it actually has. If we actually reflect on it, it's
time to reflect.
It is time to reflect because I guess we started recording in studio fully around Jan.
I think so.
Yeah, because we got the membership in December last year. So yeah, and that's just been such a boost for us. And then we launched the Patreon and the money we make from that covers our studio hire, which is
amazing.
Just so fucking cool because the energy we have in these episodes is because we're in person.
So good. Yeah. And the old episodes are fun.
They were so fun.
They gave us life. The whole reason we started this is because we were in lockdown and we both were watching PLL and we're like, why not make it a thing we get to do together? Yeah. And now we get to keep doing it and we get to be together in person. We have this beautiful quality audio and video.
We get to be on YouTube.
It's amazing. So a huge thank you to everyone listening and or watching, and especially to anyone who subscribed to the Patreon. Yeah. We really appreciate it. You are the reason that we are able to do this at the quality that we are.
And we will get our merch sorted.
New year,
things
will be happening. There will be merch sorted. And we love you and we want you to, even though it's Christmas potentially.
I don't care if your whole family's in the living room and it's like daylight and everything. It doesn't matter.
I don't care if...
Santa could be lurking. Santa. Like A. Santa. Like a capital A.
Santa could be like, you know who might be outside? We haven't gotten to that yet. Or maybe we have. Have we gotten to the staircase? That's already happened, hasn't it?
No, I don't think so. I don't...
Guys, there could be Paige in boxes outside your window is the point. So we need you to do something.
I can't remember.
I can't either.
But yeah, Paige could be outside in boxes. So close your damn blinds.
Okay, because no one, she's trying to drown people and then fall in love with them. It's not going to cut it for me. Sorry. So you don't want to peep outside and see
No.
her.
Close the damn blinds.
Close them, okay?
I don't care if your family's like, what are you doing?
I don't care if you're looking wistfully at the snow falling.
Close them.
Or in our case,
A is in the snow.
wistfully at dandelions blowing in the summer
It's
breeze.
hot.
It's hot.
It's going to be a very hot summer.
So you know what we do to keep the heat out?
Close your
the
damn blinds.
blinds.
I do every day at 2 p.m. I have to close out like sun blockers.
There you go. Okay? We love you all.
We love you all so much.
And now... Okay, that was a practice one. Now we'll do it again.
Okay. Oh, no.
All of that stays in.
Okay.
And all of that stays in.
Toberky.
We love you.
A loser.
Listeners, if you didn't know, we actually have a Patreon, which we call the Dollhouse. So come hang out in our Dollhouse.
We also have a YouTube channel, so if you want to watch this episode and other episodes, head to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And you can find all updates at our Instagram or look in the episode show notes.
We love ya.
We love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Call an Adult. We appreciate you more than Alison appreciates immortality, my darlings. Please give the show some love by giving us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
You can stay up to date on episodes by following our Instagram at call.an.adult, as well as our respective Instagrams at Ashley Crapapp and at Hayley Tanto. Have a lovely day, and don't forget, shut your damn blinds! See ya! Call an Adult is recorded on the stolen lands of the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Sovereignty was never ceded.